Hello. This is the cassette master with a headache, and you can barely even see me. For any of you who saw a video on my cassette 26 account, about, it's like a 26 minutes long or something, or 32 minutes, something. It's really long. It's like me putting back together Iowa Reel to Reel, Josh Films, something like that. Well, this video is going to be the official presentation of that reel to reel. At 10:14 p.m. and with Mom in bed, this is the Iowa model TP-708, right? Isn't that right? No, it's TP-704S, as can be seen there. If you saw the video called Estate Sale Day, October 2, 2010, it shows just a quick bit where I found this machine at that estate sale. Well, here's the top cover. Now, this is not in mint condition. This is in well-used condition. There's scratches and, marks. It's been used. I got reels loaded on it. These reels were acquired from the same estate sale. It was a blank reel, but I since made many recordings on it. Let me take the reels off for you. Here's what this recorder looks like, reel-less. Maybe I'll get my lighting brighter. Okay. So anyway, I have batteries loaded in it right now, but this machine can run off of AC 117 volt. I have the AC cord, and I have the original microphone, which is right here. AC cord's over in the laundry room. I don't have to show it, I don't think. I mean, it's just gray colored AC cord. And only problem I'm having with this as of right now is just the connection on the little switch that gets moved when you plug it in is a little touchy, so sometimes it won't run off batteries right when you unplug it, so you have to kind of plug it in, unplug it a few times to get that switch to connect. But that's not really that much of a problem. Although this was dead on arrival when I got it, I had to replace 3 capacitors. Well, I replaced one, and then I did the little capacitor check thing by putting a good capacitor across bad capacitors, and then I found other 3 that were actually bad. The one that I did replace was probably, the first one I replaced was probably fine, but then I found 3 bad caps. I replaced them, and the amp's good now. I also had to replace the belt. So I had to do a lot of work to this recorder, but it paid off. Really wish I didn't have a headache though. So I got batteries loaded in here. Runs a 4D size battery, just in case you're wondering. This is play. This uses a fiber belt for the take-up reel, and I am surprised that it has lasted up to this long. On other machines I had that use a fiber belt. The fiber belt goes bad so quick, but this one's still holding up. Still, the best thing would have been to use a spring belt. Just fast forward. Not the fastest fast forward. Here's your wind. The meter only shows the batteries when it's in play. I think. I'll check fast forward. Yeah, it's only when it's in play. I also sprayed the knob because it was really, really scratchy. And you had to jiggle it a little bit in order to get the audio to come through good. But after spraying it with WD-40, it's just very nice now. Already 4 minutes into the video, I haven't even showed it play anything. Ear, aux, mic, remote. I also modified this so that the remote switch would only turn the motor off instead of turning the whole machine off like it used to. And also I de-modified something the original owner had modified it so the speaker, when you plugged in an external speaker, that the built-in speaker was still on when the external speaker was plugged in. But I changed it back to how it was supposed to be, where the built-in speaker would cut off when you plugged in an external speaker. It's ready to start recording, and we can set our level here. This is with the original AIWA TP-704S mic. You have to have the level. Oh, okay, it's set too high now, but I want it, well, about down here. I'll just do it down here. I'm now recording with the machine using this original mic. There's a little bit of hash noise put into it, but I like being able to stop it, you know, and set the level and then start it again. Let's see how this sounds now. But before that, let's try it with this other mic here, Sony F96, because it sounds better than the TP-704. But it's not as sensitive as the TP-704. TP-704 is 2 kilo ohm impedance. This is low impedance mic here. As you can see, the sensitivity isn't as the same. I have to turn the level up a little bit. Now it's putting a stronger signal. Let's see how this sounds using this thing here. I'm running it at 3 3/4. This one doesn't need a capstan sleeve. It just has a much better way. This is an actual switch. Unfortunately, it only switches the motor speed. It does not switch the equalization of the circuitry, which is very disappointing. I really wish they switched the equalization. But let's try this at 1 7/8. We're now running the machine at 1 7/8 inches per second. So we can see how this will record at 1 and its best friend, 7/8. At 1 7/8 hung out together and introduced a speed. Oh yeah, by the way, this is an AC bias recorder. I'm now recording with the machine using this original mic. There's a little bit of hash noise put into the sound when you're using this microphone after the modification to turn only the motor on and off. Probably some kind of motor interference. But I like being able to stop and then start it again. Let's see how this sounds now. As you can see, the sensitivity isn't as the same. I have to turn the level up a little bit. Now it's putting a stronger signal. Let's see how this sounds using this thing here. I'm running it at 3 3/4. This one doesn't need a capstan sleeve. It just has a much better way. This is an actual switch. Unfortunately, it only switches the motor speed. It does not switch the equalization of the circuitry, which is very disappointing. I really wish they switched the equalization. But let's try this at 1 7/8. Now running the machine at 1 7/8 inches per second. So we can see how this will record at 1 and its best friend, 7/8. At 1 7/8 hung out together and introduced a speed. It's one of the few portables to actually have a switch to do 1 7/8 and 3 3/4 instead of the rather inconvenient capstan sleeve. I wish they would have done the electrical switch a lot more often than the capstan sleeve. Here's the bottom of the machine. It's even got the guy's address from the original owner. Yeah, caution, high voltage inside. Do not open cabinet. This unit for all transistorized does not contain tubes or user serviceable components. Refer servicing to qualified personnel. Made a typo. They put qualified personnel. I didn't even notice that before. Put a V. And it was sold by, I'm sure it was sold by this company, Selectron Intel Company Incorporated. Yeah. AC power 117 volt 5 watt, quote, can be operated by DC 6 volt, quote. This thing used to slip open real easily. You can see he had put the original owner put tape. I've since kind of bent the metal a little bit, so it would get on stronger. Batteries go in a little tube that hold in, so the batteries will all hold them together. Oh, come on. There we go. It's a lot stronger, that latch, than it used to be. Now, when it, oh yeah, look at the features of all the just hardened. They're flattened and hardened. So then we're also going to be showing how it does music. Let's record it. I have made some videos lately where I've unfortunately only showed voice recording on a machine without showing music. I need to show music. Fat Gadget, Ricky's hand, recording through a mono or jack. That jack makes stereo into mono and then put into the aux of the recorder. And we'll show this for our music at 3 to 4. Zoo Z with Skylines for the 1 7/8 show of the recording of music. I know the level is pretty hot on there, but still, it should give it an idea about the 1 7/8. I love this music. It's incredible.
The sky and the bowers, the view from my eyes, the scenery shrinks beneath the looming towers, strip show dome and snap out the steel, blurring by towers into dark and castles and barrels, building mountains, finishing the places and uncrowded spaces, the foreigner walks by, glancing at sight, the skyline devours the view from inside,
I hope you enjoyed my extra long video on this AIWA model TP-704S.